Hi everyone, Darren Huntsy here. I'm with Michael Sands, and we're actually here together at the moment at the Qantas Lounge at the Sydney Airport on our way to the Philippines. So, Michael, we've got a plan that's been mapped out. It's a Christmas party. Tell us about that.
So last year we went to Batangas, which we hired at a diving resort, and we thought we had to top last year's Christmas party. And we're going to go to Boracay, which some of you had been there with us before when we had the IGT leadership event, which was absolutely amazing. White sandy beaches, warm water, lovely. Wait for Thailand when that's coming up. But this year, yeah, we've got about 60 odd of our team flying in 2 nights, dinner, drinks, dancing, everything.
So that's not the whole Teams by Design team, but we're talking virtual assistants that work with property management officers. We're talking executive assistants. We're talking a creative team. So you've got your graphic artists and your video editors, and we've got quite a lot there. So all up, how many is represented in the Teams by Design team, including leadership?
At this event?
All up at this event or not at the event?
We've got about 60 people at this event.
Yeah.
All up. And that's, everyone on the team was invited to come. Everyone was invited to come. But family, because we work from home, so it's not as easy. Wherever we do our Christmas party, there's always going to be travel issues and family obligations.
But flying in 60 people, all right, funded by Teams by Design, as you can imagine, is huge. And again, last year we did the Batangas. We went to a diamond resort. This year, a beautiful Boracay, which is really the playground of the Philippines, like Bali is to Australia, but the Boracay is to the Filipinos. And so let's just talk about, Michael, let's just talk about how important culture is, because this is a big financial outlay for the business. Why do you feel that amount of money that you're putting in, you see it as an investment? Why is this so important, particularly how does this build culture?
So we see this day in, day out, where we have offices in Australia, New Zealand, UK, America, where staff work from home, and it just general staff that could be bums on seats in the office. And they say how depressing and lonely it can be because they haven't got interaction. Now, imagine you're in a different country. The client you work with is in another different country, and you're working at home. And let's even say that the real estate office aren't the best at communicating, and there's no support from the agency, let's say. It can be very isolating. So at Teams by Design, we help our clients be part of that culture. We communicate, we love, we celebrate, we train, we teach, we do everything that we can on our side to help your team member feel involved, right? Feel welcomed, just feel included. Really important, because a lot of people see a virtual assistant as someone that is in another country in a dark room in front of a lit screen, very transactional. So we try to take the transaction out of outsourcing.
So getting people connected, what are some of the activities that have been planned? What sort of things are going to happen in the next few days?
It's a really good opportunity for our team to meet other team members that they haven't met in person before. We do local regional catch-ups throughout the year, so people in the regions can catch up with each other. But because we are spread across the entire country, it's a great opportunity. So, for example, we're doing an activity where we're going to divide everyone up into like groups of 5 and give them some activities to do over a few hours of the day. And that's a great opportunity for us to split the teams up into groups of people who haven't physically met them before, right? So that is going to build camaraderie. It's going to build that stickiness, right? Like the reason why people want to stay in a company, in a team, is because they like someone there and they want to build friendships. And it just helps them want to be more involved in other activities that we do throughout the year. So for us, we want to get everyone involved. We want to get everyone knowing each other, liking each other. And for me too, because we've got so many new people that have come on the team this year, I only meet people for the first time on Zoom, right? And every time I go there and I meet people and I see them, Zoom is height deceptive. Everyone looks tall on Zoom, but when I meet my team, they're like up here on me.
Some of them are so short. I remember a story. The last time we were in the Philippines, we were doing a tour at like a World War II history place, and the gentleman, the tour guide, was saying if you come across Filipinos are really, really, really small, they're the indigenous ones. And we met Mavelle. I met Mavelle last time, and she's just so tiny, tiny, small. So it allows me to really connect on a different level with people and their culture and understanding them a lot more. And for me also, I've got Beverly, my executive assistant, that I'll be able to catch up with and connect with. I've got Darlene, who's our marketing assistant, to be able to catch up with and connect. We've also got video editors and graphic artists and all those people that I rely on for turnaround times. And I know once we've connected, we've met, we've had a good laugh, maybe had a drink together or something like that, there's so much more camaraderie and respect of understanding each other a lot more. And it just creates a much deeper cohesion that allows better productivity in the long run.
But how about before you came to the Philippines, you noticed a massive difference though, like before you went and like the communication that you had with the team, and I guess the response that they gave you to post when you've met them, you understand more about them, more about their family, their culture, are totally different for you.
But they're not just a number at the end of an internet connection. And that's one of the dangers of having virtual assistants, is they want to be part of your team. And they are real people, but because they're out of mind, they can be out of sight, and they can be easily left behind in the hustle and bustle of an office. And you don't want that, because just because they're based in another country doesn't mean that you can't cohesively get them involved, with your culture and with your team and those dynamics. So moving on, outside of this event, this is designed to bring everybody physically together, because throughout the year, we're virtually together. All right. But now that, let's say the team's virtually together, we're working in our home offices spread out through the Philippines. And of course, Teams by Design works with a work from home model. Michael, one of the things that's really impressed me, tell me about your happiness officer and why Teams by Design has invested in that position, and what does that person do?
Yeah, so we brought in a role which was happiness coaching, and we've merged that a bit to be milestone management, happiness coaching. Previous to that, it was on myself and the management to remember birthdays, anniversaries, celebrating the milestones. What we have is a happiness coach. Their role is to just love the team member, to make sure that we celebrate the key moments. We organize the rewards, recognitions, and people really get looked after. As an example, at the moment, we just finished a TBD MasterChef competition where we had a number of entrants. They filmed making their food, edited the video themselves, and then put that up to a panel of judges who then had a knockout outcome. Now, the winner is going to be given a ticket to Coldplay in Manila, right? This is the prize that they're going to get for it. We also had another, and some of that cooking was amazing, by the way. Now, if the judges are watching this, I entered the competition, and I like to think that I know how to cook. You gave me a 3 out of 10. You knocked me out in the first round, and you know who you are. But we also did another event, which was online gaming.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought they were talking about playing golf online or something, or, doing sport, but they were actual Call of Duty and things like that.
Fast moving.
So they had another online event. So, the happiness role is making sure that there's all these other online activities, helping set up regional catch-ups. So getting people, up in Clark and Cebu, getting them together. And, making sure that they really get to know each other. In fact, the other day, our creative team, we had about 12 or 13 of the creative team meet up for lunch and some drinks together. Some of them hadn't met each other before, because we just brought on a whole new round of social media people. And so that was amazing. But also too, we have merged the role to milestone management. So the happiness coach and milestone manager sits with the team members and lets them know throughout the year the things that they need to be doing to ensure that they can activate other benefits and incentives throughout their time with us, because we want tenure. We want people to stay with us. And we've got people turning 6 years with us this year, and we've only been going for 6 years.
No, you have, and you keep people for a very, very long time. And this is all about the importance of culture, and bringing people together. We've even been on these trips, and there's other people that are flying with us to Manila to go and meet their virtual assistants, to make sure that cohesiveness there is maintained, with that connection. So, Michael, yeah, so really excited to be on this trip. My second Christmas party now, and I know that you really put it on, and it's really special, and everybody feels the specialness and knows how valued they are to the leadership team, to Michael and the team with Teams by Design. And so again, they just want to be part of that. And of course, we do have a work from home model, which means that people don't have to travel up to crazy we've even heard of 8 hours a day of travel to get to and from work. They don't need to do that because they're working from home offices. So they value their positions because they value their families. They don't have to give up that time to face traffic and give up their families for that, and then go and work in cramped, sometimes inhumane conditions, in a center where they can be treated quite badly. And that's the truth of what goes on with a lot of these big virtual assistant companies, and maybe ones that you've heard about. So
the other thing on there too is, like, we see on social media other outsourcing companies doing things like a Christmas party. But what's interesting, like when I speak to the staff there, that's all they may get throughout the year. They have this carrot dangled, end of the year we're going to do an event, and normally it's like a local or a bus ride,
local
somewhere.
Go to a local place and you have a dinner and that's it. But yeah,
and so one of the things we really focus on is having that consistency throughout the year. I mean, I'll be going back over there in a few more months and doing a regional catch up where I will be going there and going to different areas across the Philippines, so that I can then do some direct training. I can show my face and I can show them how much they mean to us as team members. I don't know other companies that actually do that.
So again, culture, everybody. Culture is the glue that keeps the team together. You can't run a business without team, and you can't do it without team. So again, the glue, the culture, and that's what Teams by Design is all about. So anyway, great podcast. And usual today, we're sitting in the Qantas Lounge at Sydney Airport, waiting to get our plane to Manila. But we'll see everybody in the next episode.